Hey, what is up, you idiots? It's me back again with another video, episode number 2 of the FIFA 21 career mode. So, just to throw it out there, guys, at the start, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you already haven't. I said, just getting started here, and obviously, over time, I'm hoping to build quite a close community and following on this channel. So quickly just going to take a look through the team sheets, make sure everyone is fit, and then what we're going to do is we're going to jump into the UEFA Super Cup then against Sevilla. So I said the plan is with Bayern Munich, we need to be winning trophies. It's unacceptable to think otherwise. A club of this size and stature is definitely something that's got to be done, whether that is what some people consider to be a pre-season tournament or just a friendly. It's definitely something we should aim to be doing, but the most important thing as well is obviously the boys just getting some sharpness and fitness and just being ready to overall hit the ground running for the season. So I said Sevilla won the Europa League last season, and we've got Bayern Munich obviously won the treble. So let's see how this plays out. Excited for this game and for you guys to watch. But you know, let's take a look at the lineups. So we're starting with Manuel Neuer in goal, Pavard and Davis as the wing backs, with Süle and Alba at centre back, Kimmich and Goretzka in the midfield positions, with Coman, Gnabry and Sane making up the attacking midfield and wings, and then Lewandowski up top. Bench is looking strong, but it could be that little bit stronger if I'm honest with you. And I said that's definitely my main area of concern and improvement is the squad depth with this team, because we get an injury to someone who's quite a focal point like Alphonso Davies. I know I said we've got Luca Hernandez and even David Alaba who could play in that position, but I'd like to get back up, especially in the attacking midfield position as well, with Thomas Muller out for a short period of time at the start. Obviously this is the Sevilla lineup there now. I really do rate Diego Carlos, can be quite rash at times, but yeah, I think he's got bags of potential. So yeah, let's get it underway. Not really much to happen really from my side going into this game. It's relatively slow start. Players just look, you can tell they played a game 2 days ago against Dortmund, and I sort of had concerns right at the start with how slow, sluggish and just the passes we were playing around the back, and we just couldn't seem to find that forward pass just to obviously break them down a bit so the ball is going back. Let's just have a watch. So we got Süle on the ball, plays it into Goretzka with a quick pass into the feet of Gnabry. Gnabry tries to take the ball around the man, but he can't get past Fernando. Then Rakitic plays it up to Luke de Jong. De Jong plays the ball over the top to Idrissi, but luckily for us he was offside, because I think he had Pavard beat for pace there then, and definitely could have got a shot off and troubled Neuer. So as you can see here, we've got Idrissi again on the wings, just up and down, and then he is going to just keep Pavard on his toes, to be honest with you. For this game it just seems that way. I felt like we cleared the ball there then, but Daniel got it back, and that's just really poor defending if you ask me from David Alaba. I did hold the sprint button, which I shouldn't have done. I said with the defending it's mostly about your control and just the L2 and jockeying, but he done it and it allowed Jordan to get in to score. So it's not great, but we're now 1-0 down. I said for me being at Bayern Munich, it is all about winning trophies, and it's just not a great start right now. We've looked off the mark and second best the entire game up to this point, not creating much and just sort of struggling in the midfield and having nowhere to really go or any passes on that we were looking to progress with. But yeah, as I said guys, as you can see, half time 1-0. There's really nothing happened other than that. It was mostly just a battle in the middle of the park. Not really many chances created on either side, but I do feel like Sevilla were the better team in that first half, definitely. Fernando was an absolute unit, just sitting in front of the defence and just could not break him down, no matter what I done.
Alphonso Davies
plays it into Gnabry. He looks for the run of Lewandowski. Now Lev was there, and I really should have got that pass off back into the feet of Gnabry. Played it in front of him, and then I do believe that's 1-1 if I get that pass off soon enough. But for whatever reason, I just didn't see it, and then the defender made the challenge. So Sevilla with the long ball switching up to the wing, but it didn't come off. Pavard was there. Kingsley Coman then tried to cut inside, and he's just been actually taken over, and then that's a poor challenge from Sula, but a great save from Manuel Neuer to keep it a 1-0 for now. Just not the best game, as you can tell. We've just really looked off the mark. Again, I shouldn't have played that ball inside. Sane was on down the wing, and just wrong decisions, just poor decision making.
And this is Navas.
And then for whatever reason Sane stopped tracking back there, and then that allows Ocampos to get in to score the second for Sevilla. And it was a difficult task getting back into the game at 1-0. As I said, we just weren't creating much, and no matter what I done, I did adjust the tactics slightly off camera. But no matter what we done, it was just not it was just not our day. Again, as you can see, any other game, and Goretzka buries that before. I said Fernando, he was an absolute rock for Sevilla in this game, and you know, he was covering that defence, and he was there to stop the goal on that occasion. So Douglas Costa is on, as you can see there. Sane, and that's it. Once Sane gets away his pace, he's blistering. Now any other game again, I think this one is a goal. So as you can imagine, I was quite frustrated at this point, quite tamping, to be honest with you. You know, we had a chance for another trophy early on in the season, and we absolutely choked. Sane and Goretzka are probably the two best chances for us, and it just didn't go our way, so congratulations to Sevilla in that game. But I said, tamping and a little bit disappointed, to be honest with you. I said, I know it's not considered a major trophy by a lot of people, but it sets you up for the season ahead, and if this is a sign of anything to come for me at Bayern Munich and as the manager, I really don't think it's looking good as we go along. Do you know what I mean? If the team is going to perform like that, then I'll be gone by Christmas, and you know, it just doesn't cut it. It's not, you know, we've got to be winning trophies. We've just got to be the best team in the world, and that's what you always aim to be at Bayern Munich.
Get to relax a bit and enjoy having the pictures.
So there you can see the Sevilla team sort of rubbing salt in the wound, celebrating with the trophy. I think we should really appreciate the Rakitic signing. The fact they pulled him off, I think it was around 1.5 million, and you know, he was offered to Manchester United for around, I think it was about 50-60 million the summer before. It's absolutely nuts, especially the way the pandemic has had an effect sort of on the transfer market. But yeah, obviously you can see now Tolisso has come to me. He's sort of asking if he can be involved in the Freiburg game. I know he did do okay in the pre-season from what we simulated. As I said, we didn't win the pre-season tournament either, but I've got to go with a stronger side here. After a 2-0 loss to Sevilla in the UEFA Super Cup final, we've got to get off to a strong start against Freiburg. So I decided to simulate this game, and I do believe I played then 3 others for this episode. But we'll sort of get into this now. From this game, it was an action-packed first half. but you'll see that for yourself in a moment. In terms of
In search of space.
defence for us, we've got the quality, but I'm quite worried that they're not performing. Again, partially down to myself, but even in games like this, I do believe we should be doing better.
Bayern have given us away.
Again, it may be something in regards to the tactics that I've got set up. I do believe I switched to a balanced approach after the pre-season tournament, just so you know we can sort of manage and adapt in games rather than focus entirely on the press. But as you can see, Freiburg go 1 up in the 16th minute. I said it's not looking good for me at the moment, managing this club. If anything, the board are going to be really unhappy with results if they continue to go this way. So it's vital we get that equaliser now and turn this game completely on its head to win. But as you can see, our boy Lewandowski steps up. I said, best striker in the world at the moment, and he's really not going to let us down. He's fighting. He wants his team to get off to a winning start in the Bundesliga. He's not happy that we lost in the UEFA Super Cup. So he's going to carry this team this season, whether that's scoring goals or being that target man up front and just, you know, holding the ball up, and he'll get a fair few assists. But bam, there he is again. You know, he's fantastic. I really can't argue with our attack at the moment, bar the Sevilla game. I think we've got everything we need there. But I just feel like something needs to happen with the defence. Maybe they'll click over the next couple of games and sort of be ready to go with whatever then. But early days, as I said, it may be just down to fitness and not having that match sharpness, but something really needs to start to click for our defence. You know, conceding so early on against Freiburg is just really not acceptable.
Santa Maria, can he make it count? Well, they've solved the problem for now, but let's see. And the flag has gone up here, offside. So
it's approaching half time there now, and I said it was a fairly action-packed first half, 3 goals, and you know, as you can see, yes, Ciso had a balanced defensive approach with goals from Demirovic and Lewandowski scoring 2 then for Bayern. So we'll jump back into the second half and skip to the final whistle, because honestly nothing really happened. But Freiburg had possession a little better, but what was important is we got the result in that game, and obviously start the season with 3 points, and just hopefully now we'll build on that and we'll just continue, and this is it for us. You know what I mean? The Bundesliga and Champions League are my main priority. In regards to the Pokal, it'd be nice to win the treble, but as long as I can win the 2 big cups and do the double, I'll be relatively satisfied. But as I said, with Bayern you do aim to be winning everything. So going into our second game of the Bundesliga campaign now, game week 2, and we are playing Cologne. So as you can see, nothing changes in regards to the lineup. The boys are still out. They've had enough rest now, sort of a week between the game rather than those 3 games in 7 days. To start off with, you know, the Dortmund, Sevilla and Freiburg. This is going to be the Cologne team, so relatively decent team if you ask me. A couple of good players in there, and I think Duda was the one that I kept my eye on, and Shqiri just sort of knew either they're going to cause me problems trying to break them down, or just Duda is going to do something and probably be an absolute pain in the backside. But yeah, so we'll sort of get going here now against Cologne and see how we get on in this game. As I said, it's important that we really do maintain our winning streak. As I said, a little bit demoralised after the 2-0 loss to Sevilla. You've got to pick yourself up, dust yourself off and get straight back into it. And as I said, Lewandowski then being the striker that he is and the player that he is, carried us back from 1-0 down to a 2-1 win at Freiburg.
Couldn't keep the ball.
But it's important now that we build on that. We're at home at the Allianz Arena, and we really got to get one over here on Cologne. So Anderson's got the ball, but David Alaba steps in and the ball falls to Niklas Süle, who plays it to Kimmich. Gnabry to Goretzka to Lewandowski. He's looking for options, but that little chip pass over the top, it didn't come off. To be honest, when I played that, I put a little bit more power on it, so I expected it to actually go down the wing a little bit further enough, at least for Sane to blitz it past the right back and get onto that and actually cause him some trouble, but it didn't happen. So Coman plays it into Kimmich, who takes a pop shot but just doesn't come off, and Sane's shot is blocked as well. And Cologne now did have the option for a counter, but nothing really comes of that. They didn't have many players forward, but they're playing the ball around now in the middle of the park. So Duda to Shaqiri, and he's just looking like something's gonna happen. Just don't feel comfortable. Boom. Neuer gets the punch to the ball. Sane to Gnabry, and there's just no options. And Alphonso Davies sees Sane down the wing, plays it down,
potentially a dangerous position. And Lewandowski waiting. It comes to nothing in the end.
Nothing comes of it, as you can see.
Lewandowski,
but
a tremendous block.
I think once the boys are up to full sharpness, I definitely think we're going to see some improvements in terms of just our overall play, and I think I just know that I feel it in confidence. I just feel we will win the Bundesliga. I don't think there's any doubt in that. I don't think there's a team that's good enough to challenge us, especially not this season. Dortmund are good, but I just think in overall terms of quality, it's going to be ours. But as I'm saying that, you can see there that I believe this Skiri scores this goal. Not really much to say about it, to be honest with you. I thought it was kind of a typical FIFA goal, if I'm honest, you know, just frustrating, but he was in the right place at the right time. That gap in defence didn't help, and that's it, this 1-0 Cologne. But you know, it's not been a great first half. I believe we did have the better of the chances, but Cologne were clinical there. But that's the end of the first half, so it's vital. We have it's a big 45 coming up now. I said it's really frustrating me that we're always conceding the opening goal. It's really got to change now. Defence has got to shoot it up. But we'll see how we get on now in this second half, and fingers crossed we'll come out of this with the 3 points. So Goretzka plays it to Kimmich. Lewandowski said holding that ball up, important. Gnabry just blitzes it past the defence, and it's 1-1. 4 minutes after kick-off, and we're in there. I said Lewandowski, if he's not scoring, he's going to be so important in terms of being that target man and holding the ball up, allowing Gnabry and Sane and Coman to get in behind him. So wonderful hold-up play there, and at this point when Gnabry scored, I thought, right, this is it. This is literally it now. The game is going to be turned on its head, and we figured out our way. I do believe I changed the attacking tactics to, I can't remember exactly. I'll clarify that either on later in the episode if I can see it, or on the next episode. But I think it was move the ball forward quickly. But that's it. So obviously realised they were trying to keep possession in the first half, made the changes in at half time, and you know, just thought if we're gonna win, I think we've got to utilise our pace and hit them on the counter. So I've kept the defensive shape as balanced, and I said we're just going to really rely on that counter attack at the moment. I know a team of our quality should be able to do it with the possession, but I feel like this is going to be our best way. Just lull them onto us and then just hit them with a sucker punch, because I don't think there's anyone who is going to cope with us if we are reliant on a counter in terms of the pace that we have. And it's not just the pace, it's how clinical the boys are as well. You know, Sané, Gnabry and Coman, they've all got goals in them. So if you've got Lewandowski to worry about, that's brilliant. But as you can see, these boys are just absolutely wonderful. That's a great pass from Serge Gnabry, I believe, into Leroy Sané. The keeper gets a little bit unlucky, gets a hand to it, but the power on Sané's shot was just... he just hit that with some ferocity, to be honest with you. But that's it, the game has now been turned on its head. We are up 2-1. Again, I still don't think it's good enough. We've conceded the first goal, but as long as we're scoring goals, I'm happy. But the defence will hopefully click into place. If not, then obviously either in the January or the next summer we'll be looking to make reinforcements and maybe move a couple of players on if it's just not fitting well. But I'm really hoping that's not the case, as I'm kind of set and enjoy the idea of a partnership between Sula and David Alaba. I may have to look at maybe taking Alaba out and trying Luka Hernandez if the defence doesn't shore up. Obviously we do have options there on the bench. Boateng is another option, but I think with the quality and youth being on this side that we have the club, I think you've sort of got to give that a go first. But the ball is played out to Coman on the wings, and that is an absolutely wonderful cross and a delightful finish from Goretzka, a left-footed volley. I honestly thought he wasn't getting to that, and that it was going to be keeper's ball, or it would just... I just didn't have any idea that was going to make it through. But in terms of crossing this year, I'm so glad it's been fixed compared to FIFA 20. For me personally, I do like getting the odd cross into the box and having that option for a brilliant header or a volley or something like that. But again, I can't praise Goretzka enough. That's an absolutely quality finish there, and that puts us 3-1 up on the day against Cologne, and that's it. It's 3 points sealed in now. I know it's 66 minutes gone, but that's it. The game is done for. As I said, they didn't really cause us much trouble, and it's just they got lucky and it was a good finish, to be honest with you. But other than that, they've not really tested us. So yeah, it's looking a bit brighter, so I can stop being sort of negative Nancy now in terms of my team's sort of performance. But yeah, there are definitely improvements that need to be made, but I think from the signs that we're seeing now in this game, I think we should be okay. And I said the Bundesliga, I'm confident, is going to be ours to win anyway, or it's ours to lose, at least in terms of the quality of the teams around us. Now I think it was a fabulous through ball from Sané, and for me this is a questionable offside decision, because I don't know if anyone else agrees, but that looks onside to me. So I was quite livid that he didn't get through and get the goal, because I just don't see how he's not in line with the player there. But yeah, 90th minute now, in added time, and as I said, 3-1. There was no coming back really from Cologne then. We potentially could have had a fourth, but the linesman decided that Gnabry was offside, and which I don't really think was the case, but it is what it is.
Goal advantage in the end was just reward for their good play today for me. Worthy winners.
But yeah, full time at the Allianz Arena. We've got Bayern Munich 3 and Cologne 1.
They struggled to contain him, Lee. Well, that was a really good performance from the lad.
Goretzka obviously getting a bit of focus there. He was wonderful in the middle of the park. That partnership of him and Kimmich I think is great, and we just really need Thomas Muller back. I think he'll give us that a little bit extra in attack, you know, sort of with his energy and his work rate, he'll get back and help out the defence as well. But I'm excited for Muller to be back. I know he's 30 now, but this year with FIFA they've sort of improved the decline and how long players of a certain quality can play for. So hopefully he's got at least a season or two in him at the level he's at now, so I don't have to look to replace him once this series is going on. So getting into this game now, we have got Werder Bremen. Now Bremen, as far as I'm aware, have a pretty good squad from what I've seen of them myself in the Bundesliga. They've obviously got Rashica, who's playing on the left for them today, but obviously he can play anywhere pretty much along the front three. And the Maximilian Eggstein, who's an absolutely great young centre midfielder, bags of potential, and as you can see, he's just, the game has started and he's already having a bit of fun and toying with Goretzka and Kimmich there. Now, is it Murfeld? Is that how you pronounce it? I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but I believe it's something along those lines. But yeah, so Eggstein again, he's just using the close dribbling and, you know, silky feet, but we get a block in there. Ball falls then to Lewandowski up towards the halfway line, but nothing is going to come, I said, just straight onto that tackle there. So here's Rashica, but Niklas Süle is not giving him time on that ball. He was straight in, and it's straight down to Coleman then on the wing, who is just absolutely blitzing it. Wigan, he's going to look back, and Gnabry's in the middle. And just around the 6-yard box, you know what I mean, it's important, and good vision there from Coleman to just play that ball back in, and for Gnabry then to bury it. It's pretty much a tap in, but it's important, and I said it's nice to see us getting the first goal in the game, and again, we are going to build on this, do you know what I mean, it's important. I said I think the boys are now starting to find their feet, which is clutch at the moment, and I think we're in for a treat if they do settle and find find what they're looking for in terms of sharpness, fitness, and all that, and morale, all that sort of good stuff in terms of playing the ball themselves.
And they could do damage.
But
he did superbly
unlucky
well
from Goretzka there. He made a nice run into the box, but was blocked off there, so couldn't really get a shot away to trouble the keeper. Now Coleman is considering toying with Augustinsson, but I think in terms of his defensive capabilities, he's not going to get the freedom to do so. He could do him for pace, but it's
now with Lewandowski, wonderful block, blocked again.
I just think his overall defensive awareness, I think he just wouldn't have allowed him the time of day to get past him then.
It's Werder Bremen versus Stuttgart.
Still 1-0 up at the moment, 57 minutes in. I would like the second goal just to calm the nerves. So Sané there just runs straight into trouble and a wonderful sliding tackle from Eggstein. For me, Rashica and Eggstein are the two best players in that squad. Two players I would happily take currently at Bayern, but Rashica, there's absolutely no need having the wingers that we do already at the club. Could convert him with the new development plans to be an attacking midfielder for us, but I said I do really want to utilise Thomas Muller, and you know, he's Mr. Bayern Munich himself. He's now been at the club his entire career. But great goal there, and here he is, the man of the hour, Lewandowski. I said he doesn't miss chances like that. He's clinical, absolutely clinical. But yeah, in regards to Thomas Muller, as I said, I'm really looking to stick with him. He's literally Bayern Munich through and through. So unless there's some rapid decrease, which there shouldn't be with this year's game, then he's definitely someone I'm looking to stick with rather than replacing. But I think in terms of having a backup for him. Rashiska again, he's too good. So for me, it's definitely, I'm probably going to look at someone along the lines of like a Mesut Ozil. He may be unhappy with a second choice role, but I think at his age and the way he is at Arsenal at the moment, I think it fits, and he gets to return to Germany. Sane gets through there again, and that's it, that's the third. So hopefully now we can just hold on and get the clean sheet. That was a great little through pass by Gnabry, and Sane is just seen the defenders didn't have a chance and obviously made that run in behind into the space. But fingers crossed, this is it, this is the first clean sheet of the season. Make some changes here now in the 86th minute. I don't know what happened there. I think game was a little bit of a glitch there with Lewandowski being a bit of a ghost, but as you can see, 3-0 to finish off the game, and that's a nice 3 points for me personally, away from home against Werder Bremen. And I said a clean sheet and 3 goals scored, you can never go wrong. So maybe the criticism early on in the video for the defence was unjust, but I said we're still early in the season, so I do really want to sort of see how we go up until January at least, but I think we should be looking to get on now. So just into the calendar now guys, just to show you sort of the schedule for September. We got Leipzig, Lokomotiv Moscow, Mönchengladbach, Mainz and Atletico Madrid. So they are going to be I'll either do the 4 or 5 of the games in the next episode. This is the youth team as it stands at the moment. So just going to quickly scroll through. I won't go through all the individual stats. If you'd like me to do that, pop it in the comments. I'm happy to do so. That Zimmerman is looking absolutely quality at 17 years old and 70 overall rated. But other than that, there's nothing really special at the moment coming out of the youth team. But yeah, so just let you know guys, Leipzig for the next game. As you can see guys, these are some rotation left back options we have. But this video is going to be coming to an end now guys. I'll try and catch you on the next episode, hopefully later today or tomorrow. But thank you so much for watching, like, subscribe, have a wicked day, and I'll catch you soon, you idiots, later.